and kids again. We are leading into right now the Final Fantasy Randomizer race. This is our feedback race, inspired by the Fall League that we just did, where we did feedback flags where anyone could contribute anything they wanted to a flag set and make them as, well, awful as they wanted. We did that here as well, but this time it's via donation. Donate and make the flags terrible. So I'm Dark Moon. I'm joined in the booth by Danny. Say hi, Danny.
Hi.
And we are about to get rolling. These flags are awful. I don't really think there's any other way to know. We don't know how many incentive items there's going to be. We don't know how many incentive locations there's going to be. We weren't entirely certain what party they were going to end up with. We don't know how good or bad the weapons are going to be. We don't know exactly how terrible the bosses are going to be. We really don't know much of anything except for the fact that everything is going to be pain. So, fun. Shall we let them go?
Yeah, just about ready to. I gave them their 1 minute warning. It's been just about a minute. I'm being challenged in the race room as in maybe I won't drop the gate, so they about to find out.
So they're in phase 1 right now, and they're almost in phase 2.
So we got fighter, white mage, black mage, fighter, red mage, white mage, black mage, fighter, white mage, black mage, fighter, white mage, black mage. So Sonny Wrath has gone with fighter rainbow, and everyone else has decided that double fighter, white, black is the way to go. Based on the fact that these flags started as improved vanilla and just kind of wandered from there. So a lot of the improvements you might be used to aren't exactly active. Let's just put it that way. So, fun times.
Okay, so magic's not bad. We've got heal 3 and we've got like both in red mage learnable slots, so we can get that on our white mage and our red mage. Heal 2 there, could put it on a white mage. Is that flag on? I'm not sure. Fire 2,
We'll
temper, and I think it was K, looked like I saw, so.
Heal 2, fire 2, and cake. Yeah, what flag were you asking?
Harm, white mage harm flag.
No.
Oh, see, they're actually being as useless as I always thought they were. Fantastic.
Yeah, no. They are meant only for healing this time around. We do have Titan's Cave, Titan East over at Canaria because Entrance Shuffle is on. I do also notice that we do not have a free bridge.
Oh.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone pointing out level 1 rub. That's not really a spell. I'm sorry. We do have... The bridge is going to be here. I don't think it can be anywhere else. No,
all
apparently we can just get the Titan food. Oh, so we can go feed it to the Titan to go get the bridge.
I saw that and I was like, all right, so we were already funneling us through Titan's tunnel. That's fun.
Oh yeah, encounter rate I think is like 10%, 20%. It's really low because one of our people set it down that low. But I will also point out that the unrunnables are like, I think 15% of all encounters are going to be unrunnable, 15 to 30. But the runners won't know what's unrunnable and what isn't because that's not. There's a bridge, and I think we saw the canoe here as well. We did. That was a loose canoe and a loose bridge, but the bridge doesn't really count as a loose item.
Gave you the bridge to walk over and a canoe to go under it.
Did anyone check what was on the other side?
Oh, wait, no, you can't, because I'm dumb. Why did I think you could canoe under the bridge?
Why not?
I may be a tiny bit sleep. I mean, we did have one race where we could canoe the open sea.
I mean, I don't see why we don't just set up Venice flags. You could have a whole series of canals and bridges. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see we've got cheap pro rings. -5, that's an unfortunate number, but I mean, you still get the same protection from spells that it would give you either way, so like...
Death protection.
It's still nice, and they're nice and cheap, and I have a feeling you might need them this seed, so that early, that cheap, with money, you're happy about it.
Fizzlebeef asking how this is going so far. Well, we're only a couple of minutes in, so they haven't really started feeling the pain yet. They'll hate us soon.
We mean people who donated. I donated, but I didn't really donate to flags that were going to really make anybody mad. I don't think until we find Crescent, then they might be a little angry with me. However, I think the things that I donated towards are like super nice compared to what some other people did.
We got bottle at the shop there, the item shop. We also have iron shield +5 and an iron helmet +3. Actually, nice armor for those double fighters that people have taken.
Sarda and Matoya, so our older ladies have switched places. Oh, hey, and we've got boxes in weird locations, and a rod.
Yes, that was another thing that Falconic turned on. It's not just going to be the boxes, though. It's also going to be the stairs.
Okay, so Sarda's is apparently our storage closet. We had a rod, we had a slab, and we had an adamant. And Bicky had
Floater.
the floater. So and we've already found a loose canoe. So there you go,
So,
folks.
yeah,
we're gonna be in the air in like
we're
6
gonna be-
minutes.
Yeah, up in the air at 6 minutes, and then really desperately trying to figure out where the hell to go.
I'd like to now apologize to our trackers who are about to have 4 people flying all in different directions. Sorry. Okay, so Warp Lit 2 and Zap at level 2. We've got some decent spells, but we have not found like one really good sweeper yet.
No, not really. Fire 2 does not count.
Not really.
Lightning 2
Not
does
at
not
this-
count.
Not at this scaling, it sure doesn't.
No.
Um,
No.
Nope.
Well, it's not so much the enemy scaling, although that's not great, but the boss scaling is pretty atrocious. I think boss scaling is 80 to 450%. That is certainly a number. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Sell gold bracelets in Provoca. They were minus, I think, 2 for about 12k. So a little sad that we had blessings that could have went on our, I think it was our equipment and was it equipment and gear? Could have went all the way up to 9, and
Yeah.
so far, the
Yep.
things that you really, really want, like your your gold bracelet, all of those things have all rolled down. The steed is just saying, I gave you an early floater and canoe. That's all the nice things you get so far, sorry.
Yep. No, it's absolutely true. This is gonna be interesting. I don't think there's any other way to say it yet. We haven't really gotten true feel for just what's going to happen, but like this is very quickly, like especially once they get to the end dungeon, this is gonna go off the rails. I have no doubt.
Yeah, it's a little funny. Everyone's talking about how long this could take, and then immediately we're in the air at 6 minutes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, this
Oh,
could be
not
a
at all.
3-hour end dungeon. We don't know what anything is going to happen here. This is the most unpredictable flag set. Oh, we
Right,
found a
I'm
Canadian. That's
Like I
nice.
said, I'm gonna need you not to speak that evil into the world.
Everything started vanilla. I'm not sure. Yeah, Bert knows what to do. I'm not sure you can get the free item from the king yet.
Oh boy.
And you have to check all the rooms because all the treasure chests are shuffled.
It's been so long since I played that I forgot that you can't always just go talk to the king and him give you something.
Yeah, no.
I mean, in these flags, it may not matter because he may not give you anything at all, but it's still kind of funny. Also, shout out to Lord Fizzleweef in chat, who I love that right now he's reminding us that the flags that weren't turned on, how much they would have cost to turn on.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been cheap. Guys could have done it. I priced everything to sell. You can walk on those swords, right? Because otherwise you're not getting to the adamant guy.
I mean, pretty sure, but you're going to want to make sure you have like some shoes with good soles on them.
Yep, right.
I mean, you got an airship, so you're not walking very much, but when you do, you're not going to want to do it after a sword injury to your foot.
Yep.
All right, so we've got fast and lock 2
Dang.
at 3.
Yeah.
So we've already got fast, lock 2, and temper at low levels, which I think in these flags we're probably going to be really happy that we have later on.
Yep. Wall
So-
and light 2 for the white mage that some people, not Danny, would take.
Yarn Skippy.
Eh.
And two, I turned on 3 flags, and 2 that I turned on were Forced Fighter and Forced Black Mage. We don't do white mages over here. I was taught better than that.
So, in case you're wondering why there are so few chests in Canaria, and they seem to be like a ton of chests over at Sarda, who doesn't normally have chests, that's because the way that shuffled chest works is it shuffles them among shared maps. And Sarda is shared with a few other places like Matoya and I think maybe the Elf Castle, although don't bind me to that. But Canaria is its own map set. So, or it is shared with another castle. So some of them are going to be in there and some of them are going to wander away. And you just kind of have to know what locations share what so you can keep track of how many chests you've checked, or don't and then forfeit at the end like I usually do. It's a sound strategy. I stand by it.
Now that you're mentioning that, that is a thing that I vaguely remember from Fall League, that like certain locations, like the chests will be shuffled within each other.
Yep.
Which had totally forgotten by now. So that's a thing. If I had been crazy enough to race this, which I'm not, I would have completely forgotten.
Where was Rod? I believe Rod was one of the items in Sarda. Oh, Sonny Wrath just bounced off the crown lock because none of the freebies are on.
Whoopsie. Rod was in Sarda, and Sarda is located at Matoya.
And bear in mind, no free Sarda, so you actually have to remember to go back and check Sarda.
Bert bouncing out of ordeals because we can't do that either yet.
Sarabai here, that's actually not a terrible fight to find. They do have mute touch, which is a little annoying, but
that's a little rude. It's bad enough your magic's not great, and then the enemy's like, yeah, and you can't use it either.
Yep. Oh yeah, and EXP scaling is low. Starts, I believe, at 1.7%, and then only goes up by 5% per key item.
Yeah, and I don't recall you mentioning it. So for anybody who's noticed the little X's on the floor, that's because not only have we picked up all the boxes in the game and shook the game like a snow globe and they just fell all in new places, all of our spike tiles are now in new fun locations. And if you step on a little X, that means you're getting in a fight.
Yeah, I'm glad they actually decided to mark those because that wasn't turned on for a while, but that would have been really bad to not have.
It's not always the nicest surprise. It's like walking into like a dark alley when they're not marked and just suddenly you get jumped.
Yeah. So the goal today is to see if anyone actually finishes. I believe that's what we're going for. That's why you'll notice the goal on the description for Final Fantasy Randomizer says survive.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Yep. Falcona coming over here, gonna check Earth Cave. Earth Cave is another Cardia. Ugh. Not a whole lot in the Cardia, though. I mean, nice thing about having airships so early is you really can go just about anywhere here. So we've got our pre-generated waterfall on. And not quite a loop. Oh, very nice. Oh, and we also have a warp, so you can warp out of here after.
Which is
That's
nice.
handy. Yeah.
One of the worst things is like finding your way through Procgen Waterfall. And then once you find your way through it, especially if it's a long one before you find your way, and then you try to find your way out and you get lost.
Yep, warp and exit, so that's very nice. The two things that I turned off when I helped to make these flags was I turned off auto sort and I turned off run to wait.
Oh.
I was kind of a jerk.
Oh, you and I would have so many words afterwards.
I expected someone to turn them back on. I expected someone to notice. No one did. That's on them.
You
That's
know how
on them.
long it's been since I had to menu with that auto sort on? It would be, every time I had to heal, it'd be like watching paint dry.
Fizzle Beef in chat. Speedboat would have been $2.50, guys.
I almost wish we could like screen cap every time he does that as like a thing that just flashed up on the restream. Just like as a side note, on the scrolly bar or something.
FYI.
FYI. Notes for the future, those who donate.
I guess everyone should be happy that Tetron hasn't finished crafting his pre-generated Earth Cave yet, because then things would be really confused.
Why? Just why? Why would anybody want to do that? I mean, I said about a lot of flags, but like, Earthquake, come on now.
Let's be fast in chat. Tetron is actually working on making fully pre-generated or proc-generated Earth Cave. He's got 3 of the floors working okay. It just takes a while. Yeah, it's kind of like the proc-gen waterfall. It's fully proc-gen.
Craziness is what that is.
Yeah.
Craziness.
I think there's going to come a point where the randomizer gets too random for me to keep up with it.
It's already too random for me to keep up with it. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, the mixed up chests and the mixed up stairs. That's getting to the point where I'm just like, I don't know anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
When we had feedback week for my race, there were so many flags on that I didn't know what they were. That as soon as the flags were finalized, my team just went into overdrive explaining everything to me. Shout out to the team, Trajan, Fire Department.
People in chat are calling us old because we're grousing about the flags. They're like, just learn to keep up. I'm like, I haven't learned to keep up yet. I'm still suck at this game.
Not to mention, I will be the first person to tell you I'm old. So, I mean... Whoopsie.
Yeah. Every type of war mech is on, by the way. So, Unleashed, Forced, God, there's a couple of others. They're all on. Patrolling and Random Encounter on Skybridge. All of them are on.
Also, yeah, not that we need it. I don't think there's a scenario in which we would need it, but we did just find ourselves a boat Nordeals, which is a little funny.
Oh yeah, Fizzlebeep also pointing out that Warmac can be guarding the Mazamoon, assuming we have a Mazamoon, which may or may not be removed from the game.
I don't often question the sanity of others, but I'm looking at the 6 people who are running this, and I'm like, what were y'all thinking? I'm glad they're a little insane, because yay for charity, but I have a feeling some of these folks may be regretting this in the morning.
I mean, Danny, like, we did force a white mage on them. They are required to have life magic, so it may. Oh, that is an ugly treasure room right there.
A little bit, and I get that, but also I want to be like, the game knows me well enough to know. No thanks. And the red mage has magic, and once those as long as I didn't miss a flag, or because there was no blessings, like. Those knights are gonna have life magic too at once, so I'm still questioning really how useful is that white mage.
Well, it did get Bert back up on his feet after all 2 of his party members got killed by Warmac. So it was a little useful.
Counterpoint: if you brought a red mage instead of that white mage, you could have done the same.
Who brings a red mage, Gross?
Hello.
Gross.
So we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Bright side is you can take the white mage, I can take the red mage, and then All its gutter
Oh.
bases are covered.
I did notice White Mage Harm is on.
Oh, okay. Well,
It helps a little.
I'm trying to say sure and agree with you, but like the words just wouldn't come out of my mouth. Also,
Mostly I agree.
also our stairs are all nice and shuffled in new locations too. We
Yep.
we reinvented the houses, y'all. So watching them walk past that middle room right there, like on the earth floor, right there where the stairs should be, and there's no stairs, is just so weird.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It's like it just got boarded up.
Oh, yeah, alt final boss or alt bosses is on. I turned that on. So Luffy has already dragged his butt all the way down to the Lich spot and has found Asura, who could be particularly tanky, bear in mind.
Like level 1 cake's nice to have when you find an early earth.
That's
Unless
right.
you have old fiends on.
And she's going to have all of her default spells and skills. All the bosses are going to have their default spells and skills.
However, Luffy one fiend down.
Yep,
At level 17 already? Did I read that right?
that's impressive.
That is quite impressive, actually. And he's going back in and looking at the boxes here. And we just saw Bert find the crown there at Earth. I'm not sure if Luffy has already seen it there or if he still needs to find it. But I know we already know that that crown is, gatekeeping a couple of places. So finding it's going to probably be important.
We got Iron Galls in the Hall of Giants. These ones aren't marked. Are these not shuffled tiles? I thought all the tiles were shuffled.
I mean, I thought so. Slick Fingers in chat asking, cure for chaos? Oh, for the runner's sake, I hope not.
No, yeah, there is. That's one of his default spells, and
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, no.
yeah,
Oh,
skills and spells aren't shuffled.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, now I'm actually remembering the little bit of vanilla I know, and I'm just like, sure, but they're gonna have a zillion levels so they don't get nuked by Lich. And,
J-Lo raises a good point. Alternate final boss is on, so we don't even know if there's going to be a chaos in the pool. We don't know what the pool is going to be.
This is such a disaster.
It is. It is. It could be Warmack and friends on a deep dive Topher.
Oh, that would be.
450% Warmack and friends.
We might have to change the stream at that point from survive to whoever decides to forfeit fastest to save their sanity. Because I mean, at that point, I think whoever forfeits is the real winner.
I think having the Forced White Mage at that point is actually going to be a good thing, because we're going to need all of the evade buffs we can get. But this is hilarious. It's just hilarious. So while we had an Earth Cave going on for Bert and Luth, we're watching Falconic decide to go around and check all of the Cardia Isles, and looks like he's actually found Bahamut on a slightly different isle. This is Bahamut's summer home. He likes the summer here, then he winters one island north. Someone found a sun +7. That is lovely.
That is quite nice.
Yep. No
Especially
tail.
Glass and Timber right now, and that is like the best weapon we've seen.
Mansion Shuffle is on, but the dead ends are not included, so the dead isles here will just remain dead isles. And we have found Volcano on Cardia Swamp. Yeah, it's Cardia Swamp.
I saw that first floor volcano flipped upside down, and in my head, Have you ever seen how, like, have you ever seen somebody else take a cupcake, rip it in half, and flip the top upside down and eat it?
No.
My head immediately did that with volcano as a cupcake, and now I can't unsee it.
Mm. Worth pointing out, as Chad has noted, when they finally do get the tail and decide to go turn it in, they're going to have to fight a buffed Bahamut too. Which I believe buffed means it's the equivalent of Tier 1? So it's going to be a potentially 450% boss.
Oh boy. I know, hey, one of our community members, he's restreaming tonight. He's getting rest before being up all night. But wherever he is sleeping, I know he would approve that little laugh of yours at how evil and awful this is. Because he'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Luffy is in for some problems here. I don't know what's going on with this fight, but struggle busing. Luffy, you're dead. Luffy, you're dead. You're just commit to it. There you go.
Yeah, and
Here.
I think it's up on Bert. Let's say we still have it's Luffy or Bert, but it looks like it was Luffy. Found the cube. So we've got a decent chunk of incentive items that we
Yeah.
items, key items we'll call them, because they weren't incentive this time. So far this run, which is good. Falconic is doing a darn fine job of like sidestepping all those X's on the floor. Good job, buddy. And it looked like we found the TNT up on Bert's side.
No dwarf cave yet to speak of, though.
Nope. And our slab turn in is the chime.
Ribbon +3 and volcano. That's lovely.
Oh yeah. You're going to be happy to find a ribbon in any flags. You're going to be incredibly happy to find them in these. Oh, hey, look. Bert found his buddy again.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got the run.
Made a friend. I think Bert's trying to get out of Earth Cave right now.
And it kind of looks a little bit like Bert may have forgotten where the stairs were. Oh no,
I mean, can you blame him? Oh, that is rude. And all they have is gaze.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is so rude. Oh, one of them ran away. Maybe he'll luck out.
I was gonna say one ran away while he was stunned. What?
Yeah. One of them ran away.
Alright, it looked like we had the crystal on Sonny's side, and we turned that in and got... oh, the herb. There we go.
Nice. Bert got through. That was a good win for him
Nice.
right
Oh.
there. So right now, Luffy is still the only one with any orbs on the table, but I'm assuming sooner or later that's going to change. I mean, I'm expecting Falconic will probably get one on the table doing this whole volcano dive.
Yeah. There we go. We got our stairs.
Yay!
And we're out. And now we're gonna go hit a clinic. Or actually, well, he's
Yeah.
got life one, but yeah, it looks like we're in a clinic. Luffy picking up his cube. Man, all these tiles in front of doorways,
It's rude.
it's so rude.
It's so rude.
And we've seen quite a few of them. It's just like you walk in and an X.
Oh yeah, and as was pointed out, it doesn't matter if your characters die or not. Nuns and deads gain EXP in this flag set.
Yeah.
So
That's honestly actually pretty good. Like, yeah, I think with these flags, you're gonna want your entire party to have a decent level on them. So
yeah.
you're not really gonna be too upset about that. And our admin is an XCal -3.
There is a 10-point elemental bonus, though. I think at least until I find much better stuff, I would still use that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and as Falconic just illustrated, when he quad X the Gasties, the power word level is 900 right now. So a lot of
Oh.
enemies can be quad X'd, and he just got a second ribbon here in Volcano. Third ribbon here in Volcano. That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna assume he's real happy he's digging out volcano right now.
Yeah.
He just picked up a flame sword, but I'm almost certain it said -3 on it.
Yeah, I think it did. Have fun checking every room. You did this to yourself.
I mean, some of these did, because I know Falconic was donating the flags for this, so.
Oh, I know Falconic specifically turned on the shuffled chests flag flag. So
Oh yeah,
he
that
did
makes
this to himself.
yeah, that makes sense. I know he likes that flag, so yes, you're correct.
Yeah. He does.
I'll even read it. It's like you did it to yourself.
Yep.
You got no one to be mad at but you. I
When he
swear.
comes back after this, he's gonna be like, "I'm not mad."
Yeah, probably. I swear, there is not a single floor in this game that takes longer, or at least feels longer to full clear than Carrie's floor.
Yep. It's like the expanded Sky 2. It's just so sloggy to get through this place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get through Carrie. Or not Carrie.
Rubicon. Well, at least it's fire elemental for fire elemental. It actually seems on point. Well done, game.
And our Earth turn-in is... Hey, we got our key.
That's actually nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels a little bad now to get it after you've already been to so many places that are like key locked.
Whew.
Oh, nice.
There
And
we go.
we're through.
Fizzle's fighter got destroyed for over 600 HP from a Rubicante hit.
Ooh. I love that no matter what time of year it is, it always looks like spring in Falconic's game.
Yep. A nice retro spring. Not much of value here so far. Yeah, that was pointless. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're not super used to it, like I could see like just one to make absolute sure there's no boxes in those
Yeah.
empty rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a white shirt on Bert's side in the box right past the vampire, which I'm sure will very likely come in handy later.
Yeah.
I'm watching like how just the stairs being shuffled makes some of these floors look just like the biggest nightmare to try and navigate. And I'm just like,
Different, yeah.
and I'm thinking to what you said about how Tetron is making like basically proc gen Earth, and I'm like,
Yep.
this looks bad enough. Like,
Yeah.
y'all are nuts.
Yeah, I agree. It's not
Although
something
that-
I'd want to play.
Yeah, although that opal bracelet, I think it was +3. That's a really good pickup, especially when our gold bracelets rolled down.
Mm.
Oh, a +8. Holy, all right. +8 opal bracelet it is then.
Oof. I will say this is a lot to keep up with.
A little bit. Our trackers were doing really well, though, keeping everything marked on the tracker. Oh, and it looks like got a note in the room that Bert picked up his haiku, which is our loot. I didn't see it, but apparently he's got it.
Okay. Yeah, I missed it too. Too much to keep up with. It's very easy to just kind of focus on one runner for a little while and see what they're up to. As Falconic is trying to explore Ice Cave, and Bert is still here at Earth.
Yeah,
Think
he's
finally-
almost a lich.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
running past bad. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Can I get through? Thank you. And hello, not lich.
Try to be the third person to get an orblet on screen.
Which honestly, the fact that we've already got 2 with these flags, like,
Yeah.
and we haven't found like a super great weapon or anything like it's
Oh.
impressive.
Sunsword plus 7 is pretty decent.
Oh yeah, that is really good. That is pretty good. I don't know why I was thinking it wasn't like a plus something, but not quite a 7. But yeah, that some plus 7 is pretty good.
Sorry, I had the meme in my head. You're a Sunsword, but everyone says you're a plus 7.
And we got an orblet on Bert's side. So now it's 3 total on our restream.
Soften, I'm thinking the Sunsword plus 7 might just be the best sword in this seed.
It's
you
very
know,
possible that it
it
could
is.
be.
Plus 9 to -9 with no real logic to it. And even the Mazamoon, if it's in this seed, could roll all the way down. I think you take that Sunsword and you milk it for all it's worth, honestly. You've got fast, you've got temper, you're good to go. You're fine. And Life 2 was Red Mage learnable, so that means it's Night learnable. That should be just fine.
I think it was Life that was Red and Night learnable.
It was Life 2, but maybe you're right.
Yeah, Life 2 was slot 2 level 3. It was White Mage only, but yeah, Life was slot 3 level 1. So that was Red Mage,
Perfect.
and then it'll be Night
That's
learnable.
enough.
Yeah.
That's enough, all right.
It's not the one you prefer, but you'll take it because when it comes down to it, it's Life. Doesn't matter. It'll bring back your party members, so you're happy with it. Oh, hey, look. Our old men are confused.
I know you did this. This is what you wrought.
I might have.
Oh, black shirt plus 2. Yay. Princess just has couch cash. King just has a helmet. Well, so the main quest NPCs don't seem to have anything.
We've seen a couple that did, but yeah, here in the last couple minutes, not much.
Yeah. They're like, these are old family heirlooms, we swear. Take this $1,600 we've been passing down for the last 200 years. It's actually depreciated in value and would have been better if we just invested it.
It's almost like you showed up for like somebody didn't realize it was your birthday and had to go to your party, so they just brought you whatever they could find.
Yep. Oh, yep, we have destroyed Gaia over here on Bert's side. The vampire attacked it instead of Melmond. I love this flag. This was one of the ones I devised. I think it's great. And that was Gaia at Gaia. Oh yeah, because towns aren't shuffled,
Yeah,
just
towns
the
aren't
locations.
shuffled.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So Bert got his Oxyel. He's about to get his Chime. Loopy is literally getting stopped by Astos. Oh! And Baned.
Lovely. You know, just Astos things. Was that a miss too?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was because he's having to lock now.
Oh, oh. Okay, wait. We can tell he's got the ribbon on the fighter
Yep.
because he is dodging a lot of nasty. Oh my gosh, that Astos has a lot of crap.
Isn't that standard Astos?
If you are asking the wrong person.
Oh, that's buffed Astos, so he has a better spell list. As well as better stats. Okay.
Okay, so I knew buffed like was strong. I was unaware that the buffed flag also affects spells and stuff too.
I
But
didn't know that
that
either.
makes sense. That makes sense because that was one gross Astos.
I look forward to our buff pirates coming at us with nukes. And Bert's about to find out the same delightful information.
We're about to play which character does Bert have a ribbon on?
Astos has over 900 health. Say goodbye to the one character that was still standing. Oh, God. Oh, he didn't save outside. Oh, ouch. Oh.
For a minute there, I thought like that, he just reset out. And then I was like, no, because Lefane's Lefane. It's not shuffled. Because in my head, he was just like, no, you know what? We're not doing this right now because it's awful. Yeah. But yeah, he just didn't say.
Yeah.
Although I couldn't blame him if it was the other way around.
Yeah, TNT turning becomes the canal, as Softenum is pointing out. And the question of, is this even randomized? No. No, it's not. Pretty sure turn-ins weren't randomized at all. Fetch quests are fetch quests. Oh, this is so much fun. And it's more fun because I don't have to play it.
I was about to say, you think it's fun because you're not playing it.
Yep. No lie.
There would be zero joy in the land of Darkmoon if you were running this scene.
Oh, I would have played an hour and I would have like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm out. Bye. And then I would have gone to bed. So we are waiting to see when someone makes the new unlock of progress, because we haven't really seen like that next thing that really unlocks a part of the seed yet.
Now we did see a key pickup.
Sorry.
My question is, there was the one incentivized location that's actually marked and not tri-stated, which could have something, was marsh locked, if I'm correct. We have a key.
Yeah.
At least one person has a key, but I haven't seen marsh lock checked yet.
No.
So while we're waiting,
got a
I
key.
will. Oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you got something
Yeah, I
to
was
say or something to read off,
I was just
interrupt.
gonna fill while we're kind of reaching. Oh, we actually have a donation here from Moist Mogwai. I thought you weren't supposed to get them wet after dark. They donated $20 and said, to Valconic, somebody gave me fire. Go, Cody, go. Thank you for your donation. That's great. And that money goes to the Burned Children's Fund that is run by the South Carolina firefighters. Their mission is to ease the recovery process for the Medical University of South Carolina's pediatric burn patients and their families through supplies and training for the highest quality burn care, direct family support, and education. They run the Camp Can Do and the FAN, or Fan Club. The Burn Children's Fund and the Pediatric Burn Center co-sponsor Camp Can Do. a camp designed especially for burned children. The Burned Children's Fund also supports the FAN Club. This program matches firefighters with burned children to help them return to school as well as educate their classmates about the child's experience.
A thank you to Mo for the donation. Also, to anyone who hasn't donated or would like to donate more, this is such a great charity. And I know we've said a lot about like what the money goes towards, but one of the things that I keep seeing and like that keeps making me like, oh yeah, this is like in my head, like what goals we've reached is it's about they do the Can Do Camp every summer for the kids that are part of their program that they help. And it's about $500 a kid because it is free of charge to the kids and their family. So like looking at that right now, like we've made enough to send 7 kids to summer camp, and I think that is pretty darn awesome.
Yeah, like they'll use parts of the money for other things as well, but the equivalent of 7 kids, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Really cool.
yeah.
And we've raised a lot more money than Sarda gave us for defeating Lich, so.
Right? Sorry to be stingy.
Thanks,
come on,
Sarda.
it's for charity. Come on, dig a little deeper in your part.
You killed the Lich. Okay, have this quarter and a Werther's I found in my pocket.
Pretty
Would
sure it
you
was
know- Say, would you
15th
know
of a
darn well it's got lint on it? Nobody wants
Oh,
that.
so much lint. So much lint. It's been there for like weeks.
You know, I know it's not, but I swear I think I've seen bats of the way more this season than I have in a long time.
They can still be guillotined. It would be much funnier if we had guillotine off. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
How much was
Where's-
guillotine offset?
I think that flag would have been a $2 or $3 flag. Where's Fizzle? He'll tell us.
It's a convenience, so it was expensive. So it's like
Oh, was it? Okay.
actually, I think it's a $5 flag to turn off a convenience.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I did price it that if you wanted to pay to be inconvenient to them, you had to pay. So
I love that we're like a grocery store, like needing a price check, and we're just on the intercom. Can we get a price check from Fizzle on aisle 3?
price check on inconvenience aisle 3. So yeah, there's that ship and ordeals that no one cares about.
Yep. I always love when something like that shows up somewhere that normally, like, you would not be able to find there unless it was because of the randomizer.
Uh-oh. Luffy's stream has stopped. How much do we want to bet that his internet crashed for a bit there?
Next marathon. We're raising money for a better hamster for Luffy's hamster wheel. It keeps his internet going. Oh man.
Mixed upstairs are screwing me up.
Oh, mixed upstairs with like boxes everywhere in mermaids. Oh, just no thank
It's
you.
so bad.
Absolutely. No
so
thank
bad.
you.
No.
No thank you.
I went through that with Fall League, and I'm like, I know I don't like this. I don't want to do this again.
Mhm. First time I ever played with the relocated boxes, I missed the box that had my Oxyel in it, and
Oh.
it cost me about an extra 30 minutes in that run. And we haven't been on good terms since, so.
Yeah. It's not fun. I don't like it. So Sonny's grinding an Earth Cave. Luffy is exploring all of Sea Shrine with his hard-earned Oxyale.
trying to remember what exactly was it started. 'Cause I know we've been here before. Ah, there you go.
Temple of Fiends. Oh yeah, because someone had to go free the princess so they could get her babysitter money. I earned this over the summer. I can give this to you for saving me.
And here's an old hat that I found in the closet.
It has a Werther stuck to it.
This one of the, it's not much, but it's the best I can do.
Oh my god.
I mean, don't you talk to Sarah's maidservant in the game?
That's if you remember to talk to everyone. I never did.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Werther's defenders in chat.
Hey, I like a Werther's. I was just saying I wouldn't want one, an old one out of someone's pocket. But I do think that they're kind of tasty.
Oh.
Although I say that knowing darn well that I am old. So
I
that might
wasn't
be
gonna
why I like
say it.
them.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Okay, I'm normally I wouldn't give funny spoilers like for a race when it comes to race room and who's won and who hasn't and stuff. But I'm going to a little bit because this is making me laugh. We have had one runner forfeit,
yep.
and they just said, "I win."
Yep. And then they drunkenly tried to forfeit 3 times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was a pièce de résistance there.
Yeah, it was real good.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
In their defense, they did tell us that they had drank quite a bit today.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay. They made it almost an hour in. That's the measure to see whether or not you're going to enjoy this, and I can't blame them for not.
although I think in the defensive way, I think that might be one of the cases where you might want to be drinking playing this. It might lessen the agony of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, there's only so much you can lessen with flags this bad. This is definitely hardcore here. So it looks like getting a fair bit of convergence between Earth Cave and Water Cave. And to point out, we do know where 3 of our boss dungeons are, and we do know where the end dungeon is. So that's nice to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sonny with his loot.
I just realized that shuffled boxes means we don't know where Bubble.
No, yeah, we don't know where Bubbles is. I'm sorry.
That's very sad.
You just have to carbonate them all. Go on a mermaid murder spree.
Nobody tell hate when he gets bad.
I heard mermaid murder spree in my head, set to the jingle from the Firefly movie Serenity.
Oh wow.
Mermaid murder spree. Do 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 do.
Hey, see, y'all got somebody to sing on stream. There you go.
You sang earlier. It was only fair. No one talks to Bubbles when she doesn't have a treasure. Okay, Sonny is in line to finally get his first orb lit. Not that that's a bad thing. He spent time grinding, and I can't blame him for that. This is the kind of seed that requires that.
Okay. For a minute, I got a little excited. It's like, wait, was that a ruse? And I missed it before, but nah, that was a rune. Got ourselves a rune sword.
Luffy down here at the bottom of Water Cave and has found Medusa. Taking her on right now and doing so much damage. Just utter amounts of so bad. Oh. Seven hits for 80 damage. You kind of want to see better than that against bosses this high. This is a chonky Medusa, that's for sure. Oh, the 7 hits for 333. That was a much better hit. And Quad X does the job because, 900 point Quad X. Well played.
All right,
So
Luffy with the 2 orbs.
Yeah. 2 orbs up for Luffy. And Falconic is probably going to match soon, getting his Ashura kill in. Not quite yet. Maybe next round. And now Sonny is at Volcano, having found this one, and he is on his quest for items and boss kills. Luffy, it looks like, also has found Volcano. So this is going to get Luffy the opportunity to get himself up to 3 orbs. Probably by the 110 mark, I think, once he full clears this place.
So it's going to be real happy when he finds the couple of ribbons we've gotten here, too.
About the only place we're still missing is I don't think we've found Mirage Tower yet.
I don't recall seeing it, but key was a turn in. What was the key turn in?
I thought, yeah.
No, Crystal turned into. Crystal wasn't the herb. Crystal, I think, was actually turned into a thing. But the herb turn in was the key.
Was the key. Yeah, I think that was a broken chain, but herb did lead to key.
Yeah.
I'm being told we have actually found Scott. That is a hideous Medusa. That's gonna haunt my nightmares. Anyway, I'm being told that we did find Mirage Towers wherever it's at. So we do know where Tia
Gotcha.
is. So
Good.
that is the stuff of nightmares. Oh my god. Look at that thing, that's hideous.
It kind of looks like cross between like it got punched in the face, then knocked it back, and then or just got caught in a strong wind. And
It looks like a skull with snakes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It also looks a little bit to me like a clown with straw or like pipe
Yeah.
cleaners for hair.
Evil floating it head.
A little bit. Whatever it is.
Now.
Yep, it's down.
So that'll
2
get Bert up
orbs
to
for
2.
Bert.
Maybe it's not too much to hope that we might actually get this done in the next hour.
I can see that. I mean, we're well on our way. Like, we know where
are.
places are. We're getting the key items we need. We've
Yeah.
got, I mean, we did say this was going to take long. As long as we got one person on stream finished, And Luffy's already on his way to like lighting his third orb. All he needs to get is his key. So
Yeah, to get that he has to get his herb, and I don't remember where the herb was.
it was a crystal. I don't remember. I didn't see where he picked up crystal. Is the problem? And it says
Was it a
Bert
crystal?
has it, but I'm wondering if Bert has it and hasn't turned it in, or if we just missed Bert turning it in.
Maybe our trackers can let us know where herb was.
Is that herb? Oh, okay, yeah. Herb was crystal. The crystal is the herb, but I'm not sure where the
Yeah.
crystal came from.
I'm not sure where the crystal came from. It didn't come from Astos, I don't think, because Luffy
No.
killed Astos and doesn't have the herb.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was, I think,
So,
a
yeah.
loose somewhere. Yeah.
So yeah, it is a quest chain, crystal to herb to key, like you'd expect. We just don't know where crystal came from. Because it's late and we've been up all day doing this.
All days.
All days, yeah. Because we did it most
All
of the day
days.
yesterday too. Yeah. Whew. Luffy gonna be happy he's getting his second ribbon here. Well, Bert also has the crystal, so he should be able to get his quest chain for his key.
Yeah, he did. He turned it in and he got the herb. He just hasn't, I don't think, I didn't catch him turning it in for the key yet, though, so.
Jay said I'll shout up bingo. No, that was earlier today, not right now.
Yes, but it's always bingo in our hearts. It truly is like the one flag, like type of flags, like whatever. I mean, the flags can differ, but it is one thing that I think is really just loved by everyone in the FFR community. It's bingo. Like,
It's
even
fun to
those who
watch.
don't play it a lot, like I've never really played it, but I love watching it.
It is delightful. And it is fun having people play bingo at like 8 in the morning because then you're like, nah, you're old.
I got slightly tickled when I realized that I was like playing bingo at an older person's early Saturday morning hour. That tracks.
Then we all go down to the IHOP and get ourselves a senior breakfast and have a Werther's.
We are definitely not spring chickens around here for the most part.
Go to Denny's, get yourself a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity.
Denny's is despair food. We go there when the world is falling apart.
Pizzle beef and chat. Why is Darkmoon describing the exact morning I want tomorrow?
Huh?
Oh my god. That's great. Apparently, I've now ruined Werther's for Classic Gamer.
Oh no. I mean, I like where his head at. And he said, in the spirit of staying young, I'm swearing off Werther's. And I'm just like, I can understand that. However,
I just remember the commercials when I was growing up where it was the little kid getting lured to hang out with his grandpa by a Werther's.
When that kid should have just been glad to spend time with him. Darn it.
That kid should have been like, old man, stay away from me. I'm going to call my mom. Stop trying to lure me over with candy. Yeah, well, we have a moment watching people do things. Hey, Softnum, do you want to do charity stuff?
You want me to do my job? What is...
Come in and play host for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. So we are raising money here for the Burned Children's Fund, which is affiliated with the Medical University of South Carolina's Children's Health Center. Their mission is to ease the recovery process for pediatric burn patients and their families through supplies and training for the highest quality burn care, direct family support, and education. Some of their current work includes educating parents and family members about burn care and safety, and funding for burn recovery handbooks and materials, and supporting burned injured patients' emotional well-being during and after the treatment. Child life specialist support, toys and activities for distraction and exercise, FAN club support program, school reentry program, and parent-teacher assistance. Annual Camp Can Do, image enhancement through special clothing, makeup consultants, and wigs.
In other words, they do a lot of really good work, and y'all should donate money.
You know, sometimes when Luffy pauses for a while, I worry it's his internet, and not that he's just thinking.
I don't even think it's that we worry that it's internet. We automatically
Just
assume
assume it is,
it's internet. And then we're pleasantly surprised when it's not.
Classic gamer. New fun percent flag. Change Crystal to Werther.
You know what? I don't know if we could do that, but can we get Werthers added to the list of things the Ruby can be? That would make me the happiest of girls. I don't play with that flag, but I would in a heartbeat if you could make the Ruby the Werthers.
Werther's, that's so good. Oh my god, that's so good. I also like the idea of collecting shards, but they're Werthers. Oh, that's really good. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. How? No, that is the perfect shard hunt bingo.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh my
collecting
God.
Werthers. Schedule it for 8 a.m. and you got yourself like the best thing ever.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm dying here. That's fantastic.
Are any of our devs awake at this hour? Can
Oh,
we ping? Somebody go put that idea in our development channel, please. They're real good at creating what craziness gets put in there, so fingers crossed. Next
So-
tournament, it's bingo with Werther shard hunts at 8 a.m. Be there.
okay, so Bert is in Volcano working to get his third orb. And then he may even realize that he's basically like, well, no, he doesn't have the cube yet. Well, he does need the cube, so he's not in go mode yet. Falconic is here working on his third orb from Water Temple. And Loof is still trying to figure out where to do the last thing so he can get his. I'm assuming he's trying to figure out his path to key.
Yeah, he needs that crystal.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets that and gets that last orb down, we're good.
Someone has joined us.
Hold.
I believe that may have been someone from the next run
I think so, yeah.
who actually got put in the booth.
I don't know. I can make Kate deal with it.
It's fine. We're just keeping the booth,
Just keep the
Nice,
booth warm.
nice.
It's fine.
keeping it warm till it's their turn.
We're actually well on our way at this point. The worry is going to be how bad Topher is, but right now, we're in good position to at least be able to get into Topher in the next, 10, 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's literally Luffy is just finding the crystal so he gets
Yep.
his key and then can take on that his last beam.
That's where it is for Falconic. That's where it is for Luffy. And I think Bert is at least, you were saying that he got the crystal from the herb because he was fighting Astos. So, or got the crystal from the crown. So he may even be one step further ahead. I don't know yet.
That's the thing. I don't recall if that's what came from it. I know the turn-ins or whatever, but if they're tri-stated, maybe not. I
Maybe not.
genuinely don't know where that
I
crystal
don't
came
know.
from. Is the
I don't know
problem.
where the crystal came
Because
from.
I could have sworn Luffy did Astos too and
I
didn't
thought he
get
did,
the crystal
yeah.
from there.
I
Yeah.
thought he did.
So
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that crystal is floating around somewhere.
Yeah. But it's late and we have no clue.
Oh, shout out in chats to Saracen. He put our Bingo Werther's crazy idea in the dev channel.
Yes.
I mean, if we can have orbs that are changed to all the different names, like we should be able to toss Werther's in there for either that or like the ruby and do like the Werther's orb shard bingo big words.
Yes. That. Exactly what you just said. That makes perfect sense.
I mean, it did to me.
Yep. I was on board.
Oh, okay, we got an Astos fight. We're gonna find out what he had when he gets through it, if he gets through it.
Yeah, this is a pretty gross Astos, that's for sure.
Sonic's got a good, or not Sonic, Falconic's got a good chunk of ribbons though, so like this is gonna be a little less dangerous for him than it was for others.
Yeah, he lost his one fighter, doesn't really care, moving on.
All that does is funnel experience to the other one. So Luffy at 21, which is a little funny. He was not 20 minutes in level 17. Almost
And
an
he's
hour
kind of
later, and he's
slowed
only
down,
gone up
yeah.
4 more levels. Yeah, that
Yeah.
feels a little bad. Oh yeah, chat correct me, which I actually appreciate. It's gaining XP, so it doesn't even matter that that one is currently a doormat. He's gonna get some experience anyways when we reinflate him. Once we get through Astos eventually.
I imagine that one fighter is
Oh.
like, that one fighter is like the rest of the party's yelling at him, you shouldn't get EXP. And he's like, I was present though.
I was about to say that after all of that quad X bounced off Astos.
Yeah.
Okay, that was our crystal then. Okay,
Yep,
I
yep.
stand corrected.
So then Luffy has to have the crystal. So he just needs to do the crystal turn in then, presumably, so he can get his herb to key.
Yeah, because like I said,
Yeah.
I was almost positive we saw Luffy do Astos. So
Yeah, he did do
Luffy,
Astos. And I
say
was pretty certain he killed them, so
we need to see your menu, Luffy. They flash me that menu and do it slowly so I can read it.
flash me, Luffy. I mean,
And I said slowly. I thought it, but I didn't say it afterwards. Good job, Darkman.
oh, he already knew where that lady
All right,
was,
yeah,
so
he
there's
just
his
had to go
herb.
back. Yep. That'll get him his key, and then he's one orb from get going.
One orb from glory.
Bert's yeah, okay, so we're looking at Bert. He just needs his key. Let's see, did he? It doesn't have it marked that he turned in and got his herbs, so.
Well, hold on.
I thought he.
Falconic has. Okay, Falconic has crown then because he has crystal, so he now has his herb.
Luffy
Now, I
dies.
don't know if Bert has it because Bert died to Astos like 4 times.
Yeah. No, Bert had his crystal.
If he has his crystal, then he's just needs to do his crystal. Okay, this is hard to
That's what
follow,
I'm
and it shouldn't be
looking-
because it's quest chains. Why is this so bad?
Bert, wrong part of your menu. Go pretend you need to kill somebody with not magic. Curious as to what Luffy's looking for.
Maybe a grind?
Possibly. Like, he just got key and he's re-diving Marsh, which to me says he's going to check that incentive. But like,
He wants the tail, I think. Tail's one of the only things that can be left out there, and we know Marsh Incentive has to have an item.
gotcha. Chat, thank you. Bert has key. Got it. Thank you very much.
Cool. Good. So Herb and Key are done now.
Tracking flags where everything is loose, even if you have like certain things incentive, like to put in the
Yeah.
question. But when everything is loose and then entrances and locations and everything is shuffled and tossed around and flipped around,
Can't keep
they're
up.
they're incredibly hard to keep
You
up
can't
with.
keep up. I want to point out now all 4 of our on-screen runners, who I believe are the only 4 runners still in this race, have 3 orbs.
I think, unless I am super wrong.
It's not goats. Goats
Oh,
only
we
had
did,
5. Right?
but we had a last minute join.
we?
Budge joined right at the last minute.
Oh. GG's to Budge then for joining this race.
Yeah. I mean, really, kudos to anybody who voluntarily walked into this. All right, I'm thinking maybe Sonny does have his cue because he either has it and we missed it, or he doesn't and he is looking for it in Mirage, and that feels bad.
That does, because we know
That-
Q is out there.
That defense, however, he just found
Feels good.
does not feel bad. Yeah.
Does feel good.
Sonny, I missed it. He's going back in. I'm thinking
I
maybe.
mean, can we always have the staircase up by that side of Mirage? That's convenient.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay, so I did you see him, Bert? Bert has cube. Okay, yeah, and that's where. So Bert's got his cube. I like they're good to go when it comes to key items and knowledge of where things like everyone is good to go. We are simply just opening boxes at this point. We are looking for like gear. Because I don't think we've seen anything better than like the Sun +7, which I could imagine in these flights you might not be comfortable with. And or like we're looking, I mean, we've got ribbons, so it's simply it has to be gear. Because like when it comes to key items and things we need to progress, we're good. I am looking at levels though, and everybody seems to be low 20s. I'm not 100% sure with Sonny, but everyone else I've seen is like low 20s, and that is going to be very, very interesting to see who dives this. Just like LOL, let's see if it works at these levels. And like,
Classic Gamer points out a very valid point. All of these runners are going to have an issue on the Bridge of Destiny. They have to fight Warmech.
alright, so those, there's our tail. All right, so we
Yup.
found our last whatever. I forgot we were
Yup.
looking for that. So yeah, I probably looking for that, and then looking just also. I still think looking for gear is also
Oh,
a thing.
Skyform Maze is on. No.
Oh, that is such an awful flag.
Skyform Maze.
So
Oh.
bad. Softno in the chat. I love this flag. Softno. Who hurt you?
T4 Maze gross.
From a programming perspective, because the way they did it is very clever.
Oh, that was the easiest maze. Go left and you're done.
Yeah, I will say I think Sonny, and I think Bob Connor may have found. Oh, he just paused like,
Oh.
I was gonna say
Oh.
we have an easier time because we've got that defense sword, and everybody's finding it like on less than greater than, but
No. Because Mech instantly was like ambush and punt.
oh yeah, he flattened him real fast.
Real fast.
Oh, that Warmac
Oh,
is
there
a
goes
piece
that.
of a piece of work.
Bye. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. You're not. No. Bye. Yeah, that was fun. Well, that was 5 minutes of lost progress right there.
Yep.
You remember where those items you wanted are because Warmax said no. Oh, thankfully he exited and saved his defense sword.
He did.
Smart.
Though, I think there was some armor further up or down, and the tail. I think, yeah, he found the tail. So, yeah, there's things he's gonna want to go back for.
That was so rude. That was just incredibly rude.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That
and
does,
the fact
that
that
does
he
not bode
ambushed.
well for, like, Topher. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see if anybody tries diving at their current levels. And,
Yeah.
LOL,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Just don't.
So, but
Just
the
don't.
thing is, there's that gas tile, in Volcano. I'd be tempted if I don't see anything better to go dive down and go take out the Gasties.
Mm-hmm.
Although I suppose you could also do. Well, no, the encounter rate is low. You wouldn't want to do a grind in Topher on Gasties on the floor. You'd want to do a tile instead. Aw, Snow Bear liking our comms. Yay.
Aw. Thank you.
Yeah, as JLo points out, remember, bosses have their vanilla skills and spells, so Warmech is sitting on a whole lot of nuclear. Triple factorial, the stats for the bosses were originally locked to max, but then ADR came in and lowered them back down to 80 to 120 before someone else came in and added the 450 max back up to the top. So they're currently 80 to 450. Anywhere in there. They're awful. These bosses are just awful, and so far I don't think we've seen a single boss roll low on health.
Oh, no.
No,
And at
they've
this
all
point-
rolled up.
At this point, it's just, let's see if we get through Ormac and then Tia, and then just hopes and prayers for Topher. And I'm just sitting here sipping my lemonade, just like, oh
Yeah.
boy, we were in for a bumpy
We in
ride.
it. We in it now.
Oh, we about to get ourselves a Bahamut fight. I like that Falconic, like, he got his tail and he bounced. He's like, we need to do other things first.
Here we go with Tia 1, essentially. I don't think Sonny is swinging anything better than a light axe.
I did see him pick up a light axe +5, but like,
Oh, light axe is +9. Okay.
oh, +9. Okay.
Well,
The
I can
numbers
see why
are
he's
so
doing that
hard
then.
to see. Like, yeah, but still, like that still feels a little bad. Oh, Mermac's like, I see you, White Mage, trying to invis up. That's cute. No.
Oh! Crit through max evade, I think.
Oh, on Sonny's side, I don't think he had all his defenses up. I think
Pretty sure
did
he
one.
had- I thought
Did
he
he?
had like 5 shots.
I'm not sure. It feels real bad watching. Like, he's getting some hits through, but occasionally just watching that axe miss feels bad. It's like one decent hit, and then we miss. One decent hit, and then. Oh.
Mmm.
So. When repeated Wormack bites fail, what do we do?
Go grind. That felt bad.
Levels for days. I'm curious as to what Luffy's levels are now. And I'm waiting on to see if Falconic gets through Bahamut. We'll check his. JLo in chat, take the tail, go promote, and grind for levels. Sound advice, good idea. If you can get through Bahamut, which we're watching Falconic try to do.
Yeah, Bahamut's beefy too.
So Luffy gets his defense. Bert trying to class change. Luffy doing a little bit of an equipment juggle. And we got another ribbon. I did not catch that earlier.
Yeah, I think we're up to 3 now.
Actually, I think we might have
Oh, wait.
4.
I don't
Yeah,
think treasure shuffled? Oh.
I'm not sure. It's at least 3. I could have sworn it was 4.
Maybe
I thought
it is
there
4.
was I thought we saw one early, and then we saw 2 in Volcano.
Okay, well maybe we do
And
have
that
4.
makes 4. It's either it makes 4 or I'm crazy, and both are very possible.
Oh, we already knew you were crazy.
I know. That is a fact I cannot deny.
Luffy getting spun for a loop by this awful Mirage layout.
Mirage done spun him right round.
Baby.
Right round.
Here you go.
Spoken word singing. There you go, folks.
Okay, Falconic found the one in Mirage super early, so that should be 3 ribbons. Falconic did get his class change, that's good.
Iconic trying to park on top of the volcano instead of beside. I would suggest that, sir. That's how we catch our airship on fire.
Hmm. It's made of wood, don't do that. Bert down to a single white mage trying to take on Tiamat, dies. Bert is not having a lot of luck with these sub-bosses.
Mm-mm.
Looks like Sonny has pulled out his tail and then left and has gone to try and promote as well.
Yep.
I hope he got his buffing down. So Luffy having to slowly clear out Mirage.
For like his sake, just so he doesn't have to do this multiple times. I'm hoping he gets like the things he wants, and then like exits out and saves. Cause not like few things for worse than like clearing out a huge dungeon like this and then wiping late into it and then being like, man, I just opened all those boxes and I gotta do it again.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's the worst. I mean, technically, you don't have to open it all up, and you just have to open the ones back that have like an item or something you want in them. But it doesn't matter because Mirage and Sky are so big; they're huge. So walking around to any boxes to reopen them just feels bad.
Yeah, it does.
There's just no way around that.
So Falconic has come down to the Green Dragons and is going to be fighting them. And he found a tile for them on the treasury floor, so that's a really convenient spot to come and grind at. Pretty sure he realizes he has to take on a Warmech, so he's going to grind for this.
Mhm.
Level 23 for Falconic.
We have quite a grind in front of us here.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised. Well, it doesn't matter if he lets characters die or not. They're all going to gain EXP anyway. But I might still be tempted to let a couple of them die just so I don't have to menu as much. Like drop down to a fighter Black Mage and just let the Black Mage quad X over and over again. Warp
I
out,
kind of
pop a house.
just start letting the mages drop the anyone out of spell check too.
Well, but the mage is instant death for the Ghastly, is my point.
Yeah.
So keep the Black Mage up, but let one of the fighters and the White Mage die. I think eventually they'll still get the EXP, but that way you can just come in 2-man, do the Ghastly, exit, pop a house, get your charges back, and then go back in. It'd probably save a little bit of time on menuing. If I were to play this, which I wouldn't play this because gross. End of the day.
Theory crafting on comms is the closest you want to get to actually playing this.
Yes, that is exactly right. I know what I would do to do this better. It's bad. It's just bad.
I still want our other already forfeited friend. I think they won the seed. Seriously.
I mean, it's starting to look like it just a little bit.
I'm less confident somebody's going to get through it. I thought for sure when we... I don't know, after seeing Warmech.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
Yeah. So, if you like what you see,
There
number
you go.
1, who hurt you? But number 2, why don't you come join us in the Final Fantasy Randomizer Let's Play, where we can teach you how not to play flags like this and instead play fun flags.
Go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com where you'll find links to the Discord and the development Discord, as well as the randomizer itself, resources to learn how to play, a great community to join up with. It's a lot of fun. Luffy found a Warmech on the Bridge of Destiny. He's going to be finding another Warmech on the Bridge of Destiny soon.
One down, 3 to go.
Warmech, Warmech, Warmech.
All right, now
Warmech-
I ain't sure if we're ready.
I want somebody to get. I want somebody to get into Topher. Like,
It's Diglett. And we have other runs. Some really cool ones tonight too. So those of you who, don't want to sleep tonight should definitely stay up and check out the runs we have tonight.
It's like Arby's. We have the max.
Yep.
Slow roasted.
slow roasted chicken is still delicious.
Yes, Power Word is 900 is on, so you can use that against many of the bosses and other things, which is great. Bear in mind, however, that Warmech can't be quad X'd without a landed X.
And now, thanks to you two, I'm looking at him like a rotisserie chicken.
Slow roasted. Oh.
I'm only
know,
using the memes the community provides.
That Warmech has hit Luffy for nothing. It's like, if he can get, I don't know what he got off, but This fight's not looking horrible right now. Okay,
No.
maybe it is. He's missing. Never mind. I shut up.
Yeah. Long as Warmack is missing, that's what matters.
Expert's only
And
level
doesn't
3.
cast nuclear.
All right, he's missing, and we're getting through very, very slowly. Like if we can, oh well,
No, there goes that.
I started to say if we can keep those up, and like Luffy can you keep using that white mage to heal and stop missing so much, we could get through this. But like he's missing more than he's landing a hit. Oh,
I'm on game.
I think Falconic's going to be the first one to have actual shot
Ooh.
at those.
Falconic ground for a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't catch what his levels are though.
It was
Oh,
like
jeez.
mid-20s.
The poor Luffy didn't even make it back to the bridge. He caught a wild Warmack, then punched him in the face. He said, "No precept." So, lesson learned tonight. Donating to create these flags may very well be a lot more fun than playing them.
Right. This is. Hmm. But Falconic also does. Well, there goes that.
Oof.
It's good. Yeah.
Well, second fighter must have survived one hit.
White Mage
So-
didn't.
Yeah. Mm,
So that's a wipe.
oh, God.
But I'm starting to think is we should have had them be like try to talk them into like a gentleman's agreement. Donate like $1 for every Warmack death. Which normally I think would have felt bad to try and get him to do that because, you know, making them pay while they suffer. But it's for charity and I'm thinking of the kids.
I did that. The last time I raced Final Fantasy, not in this marathon, but I think it was in the previous one.
Mhm.
I donated $1 for every character death, and I counted every time anyone in my party died, not just the whole party.
Sure did.
So yeah, that was like $40 right there.
Yeah. You're like, I could resurrect them, but I could save $1 if they don't die again.
You're getting to my Jewish sensibilities right there.
I'm sorry.
I am actually Jewish. Okay, thank you.
That's not what I'm sorry about.
It's a very South Park moment right there. I'm just saying. I get Spaceballs references. Yes, that's what we need. Oh, Morbeck with the opening nuclear. Really? Really?
That is
Everybody
rude.
survived, though.
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Bye,
I
Black
mean,
Mage.
there was a time while I said that, but...
Starting
Now,
to
the one
think like this game could hear us.
Thing is, though, he could revive the Black Mage in battle.
Oh, is that on?
That is on. What Life 1 is on, Life 2 is not.
Oh, Life 1 is such a trolley flag to have on, though, because you know how often you bring someone back, and before you can heal them past that 1 HP you bring them back with, they get a spell or a punch in the face, and the game's
I
just
agree.
like,
I agree.
haha, it's
Not
cute
saying
that
that,
you
but
tried.
If you really wanted to try and get a temper out, you could try and revive the Black Mage. Ah!
Mhm.
And you just
Poor
keep bringing
Luffy.
them up so more can punch them down.
I just punched him again!
And poor Luffy, man, he just bounced back between Bahamut and Mormac. Bahamut and Mormac.
Of course,
Bahamut
this-
and Mormac.
Well, and then Luffy's just went to commercial or something because Twitch hates everyone.
It's the hamster, man. I'm telling you, it's late. He's like, we are getting our tail kicked. I'm just gonna take a snooze on my wheel for a minute.
But it also shows how unfair this game is, because when you try and target enemies and an enemy dies or something, you're not allowed to do that. But the enemies are allowed to target on the fly, because yeah. Oh, we lost Luffy's stream. Luffy may have crashed.
Telling you, it's the hamster.
The hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel. It needs oiled. I'm starting to think that the hamster may be as old as we are.
Yeah. Well, you'll just need to give Luffy like 3 minutes or so, and then his Aaron will be back.
There we go.
That's just what
Holy
Luffy
shit,
does. There it
you
is. See? There it is. Luffy doing Luffy things.
Knowing that
gonna-
Luffy's internet will reliably come back after a crash is just as like you can rely on that knowledge
Yes.
just as much as you can rely on it crashing. Like we know it's
Yes.
gonna crash, but it'll totally come back.
And I love that every time Fizzle Beef is like, Luffy, please.
Mhm.
Oh, give the hamster a Werther's. I love that that's the running gag of this. Yes.
Just put it on a
Um,
well, I was gonna say put it on a string in front of it so it just keeps walking towards keep the wheel going. But how do you do that on a wheel? When it get tangled in the I don't know how to
Well,
make that work.
one would think.
Holy,
she
gotta
gets-
give it a Werther's.
We need to get the $5 Werther's train going.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone just donate $5 with the comment Werther's.
Whether you're pro Werther's,
I mean-
against Werther's.
I mean, I think we're pro meme at the very least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's for charity. It's for an amazing cause. And I will, like, just about anything to, like, come on, for donations. Let's go. We're the train.
So
I'm all for it.
if we end up wiping all of us to this war mech and they all forfeit, we at least know we have a winner. It's war mech.
It's warm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or the other, we're getting a
We're
winner out of
getting a
this.
winner.
It's a runner or it's Wormac. Who knows
Yeah.
which so far? We don't know yet, but there will be a winner one way or the other.
It is really not fair that this war mech gets to ambush. I'm just saying. Gotta lock
And
out,
just
gotta-
like that, we have a donation from some jerk named Softnum for $5 that says, "Please skip the Werthers." And then we also have a donation from Lord Fizzlebeef, who's less of a jerk, for $5 that says Werthers.
Oh my god.
Can confirm that Fizzle's pretty great and not a jerk. However, I don't think you're one either, Softum. Even if we disagree on whether we like on our love of Werthers.
Just love the theme
Oh,
of it.
I mean, the way
don't
I
like-
look at
I don't like sweets, so probably not a good conversation.
okay, so here's the thing. The way I look at that is just the less you consume, the more there is for everyone else.
See.
I'm looking on the bright side here.
I just, at this point, I think the best thing we can hope out of this seed is like a quad chicken wipe, where everybody wipes to Bormac at the same time. I think that will be the denouement of this seed.
There goes that black mage again. Oh, and his fighter's down to 5 health. Oh, there we go. We're back up a little.
Oh
Nuclear
no.
goes out, 2 left.
Back-to-back nuclears.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Classic Gamer's right. If we get Warmech and Friends as the final boss, I don't think this seed's beatable.
If we get through Warmech and then have Warmech and Friends, like, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh. How
There we
many
go.
nucleus do you have? Like, there's no getting through this Warmech unless you have just an insane amount of levels. Like, I just don't see it happening unless you have the levels to withstand, like, all those nuclears.
Vanilla scripts, guys. Vanilla scripts.
Well, you're never gonna find the RNG loot that doesn't have nuclear in it. Is the problem?
Well, yeah, no, there's no war. All he has is nuclear. He punches and has nuclear. That's it.
Well, in theory, if they were all numerated, you'd eventually find the RNG seed where you never check the scripts. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
So, are we by agreement wrapping this at 2 hours and sending us on to the next thing?
Yeah, like, if we haven't gotten
Okay.
anybody, especially if we haven't gotten anybody through Warmech at,
the
like,
2 hour mark?
12:30, yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, and I think that's only fair because the runs that we have tonight, the people have submitted, they are late. They're staying up late tonight to run and to raise money for charities. So, like, I'll let you let them know in the race room. Like, if we can't get through somebody at least progressive to at least look at a Tover at the 2 hour because we got started late. And I think they'd all probably agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, we have seen the champion of the seed, and that champion is Warmech.
And now everybody's just gone to the grind.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, Luffy's got a good one here. He's got the Iron Galls. Bert's got the Iron Galls.
Yeah, I was saying they're both on Iron Gulls.
Falconic has these quadexable dragons. Like, it works. The evil men have nuke, don't they? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. If we got to Warmech and Friends, that would be 2 nuclears and 6 nukes every turn, possibly. That would be an unbeatable final boss. That is for. This is what we were expecting in Fall League, guys. Like, no joke. This was the what we
week
feared
5
would
or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, this is what we feared would happen in Fall League with the feedback flags.
See, shout out to Fizzle for making sure that didn't happen with the rules and stuff he set in place, so they didn't end up a disaster.
Yeah, I put no controls on these. I was just like, you guys have at, you have to race them.
Oh no! So we have $100 donation
Whoa.
from Velvet X. Thank you very much. Simply saying, Team Warmech reporting for duty. I don't know if that's 20 tickets to the Werther's train or.
I guess. Sounds like. Moist Mogwai also donated one.
Oh yeah, thank you. And Moist Mogwai also donated $5 and says, "I'll open this can of stale candy. Are we talking original Werther's, chewy center Werther's, or apple filled?"
There's
Uh,
apple filled.
Yeah,
That is news to me. Ooh.
Sounds nanky.
I'm not sure I'd like it, but I would absolutely try it.
And I'll be honest with you, Werther's sounds nanky to me, so. But then I'm not a big
Also-
butterscotch fan, so.
Like, in my head, because it's late and my brain works in mysterious ways, we're all talking about being old in our Werthers, and I'm just like, it feels like a bunch of grandparents sending their grandkids to summer camp.
Yeah.
Like, we're just raising money to send our little grandkids to summer camp. And you know how we do that, folks. Donations.
If we're talking old people candy, though, I will say, not a fan of Werther's because I don't like butterscotch, but I will absolutely, like, plow my way through a bag of Reason. Those, like, chocolate caramels that are also, like, quilted.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Oh, God.
So good.
Oh. Yeah, no, shout out to the runners for not giving up. They've stuck through it this long, and it's impressive.
Okay, yes, it is impressive that they're still going. But I'm gonna give a little insight to the race room because I'm giggling over here.
Yeah.
So we just get about 4 minutes going, oof, boys. And then an oof is right. And then they're talking about Warmick and Loopy's just like, yeah, I turned around. And, and so we let them know that there was a bit of a time, they've only got so much time to try and get through this before we let the next run start. And they all ask about how much time that is. So they were giving answers. And my favorite answer is Loopy just goes, not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
I mean, congrats to all the runners. They're gonna try and finish after we cut stream for this to move on to the relay race. But wow, this is a thing.
It is
No
100% a thing.
Yeah, no question. And this is what when we say, Final Fantasy Randomizer isn't always this bad, but it's always this bad. It is always this bad, but only when the runners are allowed to create the most hellacious flags possible.
Yeah, I don't know if possible. I know we've done podcasts in the floor before. What we might be able to do is sometime maybe this week is do a podcast of all the runners, like the rest of their streams, put on a podcast so we can all see how this ends, if it ends, when it ends, and
For
then
everyone-
like be able to patch it together for like the YouTube video. But I think that's possibly doable.
It's possible, yeah. No, as long as they've all streamed to Twitch, which means we couldn't have Falconic on because he's streaming to Discord. But we could put the other three on, and Budge for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Just sync it up at the 2-hour mark and just broadcast them. Yeah, I think we could put that on for like Wednesday or Friday this week as a run back for this afterwards. Yeah, totally.
I made a joke earlier, but everyone whose runs have gone a little topsy-turvy are going to try and do a run back on the channel this week, and we are now doing that the same. It's become a theme this marathon.
Becoming a theme. Yeah, Castlevania 4 or Castlevania 2 will get one. They've pretty much already scheduled theirs.
Tuesday.
And then, what was the other one?
It was the Mario one, the very first one we had on Friday. It was,
the solo Mario run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yep. I still kind of want to send by. That was horrible. Darn computer.
So, and now our own. But I mean, honestly, if this had been a regular rank and not part of the marathon, we would have just let it run for 4 or 5 hours until everyone quit.
We all fell asleep or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Until we started talking about beans.
Oh.
Mm,
Beans.
really go for a reason right now. Mm.
Reasons and beans.
Not together though.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx anything because right now, like, some of our runners are doing okay, but I know the second I say something, we're gonna get like 3 nuclears in a row, and that's gonna be that.
Yeah, I mean, even at these levels, I think you're RNG. It's just like you're hoping. And that's 300 damage a round.
Mm-hmm.
A question in chat.
Oh my god!
Did we get through? We got through.
Sonny got through.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Okay, well, if he goes immediately to Toph, I think we need to let him at least try 1 round.
Okay.
As long as
Yeah.
we're seeing new fiends, I think it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ifrit. Okay. Oh, that's right. He has to get through this fight.
Yep. Phoenix in chat. Exit and save. Also, yeah, there was a quick question. A question in chat about the schedule. It is in the links there that from the marathon command. That is the schedule for the marathon through this weekend. Any runs that'll be following in this week won't be on there. We could add them on there later, and if you are a member of the Discord, that information will be made available there too. And if not, you're more than welcome to join our Discord. We love new people.
You can tell Sonny is in it because he hasn't said anything in the game chat that's going on. He's like, no, focused on this fight.
4 hits, 300. Six hits, 899.
He's
think he'll
trucking.
get- Yeah, I
That's
think
a-
he'll get through this.
That's a chunky fiend.
He's got to
He
be
gets
within
another-
quad X range at this point with the 900 quad X. And Falconic is through.
Woo!
And he
Ooh.
exited and saved.
The smart man. Smart man.
So that
And
last
Bert
hit
is
was
through.
1800.
Oh my gosh. It's like we gave him a time and then the game said, oh no.
Oh. And he does have life on his fighter, so he's able to revive everyone. Wow, that's impressive.
Oh, the race room is. I'm tickled. And Bert's like, I'm in an RNG loop. Sonic, poor Herbs, Loopy, show off. Oh. I know Hate's got the, he'll be coming in his room stream for the next one, so he'll already have the next race hopefully up to go. So we'll give this a good faith out there just to get a kind of an idea of what this
Yep.
taupe looks like. And
Exactly.
then if it's as bad as we all imagine it possibly is,
We'll
and
wrap at
Sonny
that
walks
point.
out, yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna wrap. But
We'll
we will
wrap and then
definitely
do the run
try.
back.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely try to do the podcast because, like, I think not only for everyone who donated to this, those who were willing to run it, and for everybody who stayed up late to watch it, like, everyone deserves to see how this plays out. So we will definitely do our best to try and make that
Mhm.
work.
Wolves are guarding the plate in Topher here.
And he tried to run from them, but they're unrunnable.
And then they started running away.
Then they started running. yes, they got saddled with long Topher hate. Okay. Thankfully, the encounter rate is low, so. Fizzle beef. Short Topher would have cost $2.50. Oh my god, thank you. That was good. That was good.
I love Fizzle.
Swanee must be getting, I think he's getting close to first refight here.
Mm-hmm. He's right there. Again, very low encounter rate. That's helping to speed up this portion of it. So Asura, well, bear in mind we don't know. They won't have their standard loadouts. They'll have the special alt fiend loadout. So we're not going to see a first turn nuke here from the bosses.
And we've got two in.
Here two's nothing.
Yeah, but she probably has Cure 4.
She does eventually. That's her last spell.
Oh,
All right,
Doesn't
so
matter.
does not matter.
Again, classic gamer. I don't think I've seen alt fiends with vanilla scripts. That's because I don't think we've seen bosses with vanilla scripts in 4 years.
I don't think it's been quite that long, but like I've
Pretty
never
close.
really played vanillas, so like what
No.
little knowledge I have of them,
Yeah.
I slowly like trickled back into my brain this evening.
The second we could start shuffling skills and spells among the bosses, we stopped having anyone actually remember what the hell those skills and spells were.
Now, granted, shuffling them doesn't always make it better. Sometimes
No.
it makes it much
Yes.
worse.
So Sonny should see like Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire 2, Nuke, I believe, from Rubicon. That's the loadout that Rubicante has. There's the fire too. He also has some heats and infernos in his skill list.
Yes, but does he go back and forth from being resistant to fire?
No. Because that's not something you can program into this game.
That's not something that works, right?
Also, just a reminder to everyone in chat, the games that are coming up tonight, I think all have some incentives you can donate towards. Some are just, name characters, stuff like that. You can throw a couple bucks at if you feel so inclined. And if you do hashtag, or not hashtag, holy moly, exclamation marathon in the chat, it'll give you the link to the schedule, and it'll have not only the runs listed, but all the incentives you can donate to listed as well.
Hashtag not
Yep.
my root content.
And
Phoenix,
I
no.
think
It's
we
not
have
on them,
naming
we're singing.
Yeah, we have naming open for most of the overnight SNES randomizer around here. The next incentive is
Please
actually
send out the listed ones. I didn't see any listed ones that were singing.
the next open incentive is seeing the baby elephant in Crystallia. So we have Medusa 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Luffy is through. At least there's not a War Mech refight. Imagine if there was
Pretty
a
sure
War Mech refight.
Medusa is going to have a lot of Banes and Brax, if I'm not mistaken. Status spells.
Which shouldn't be too bad for our ribbons.
You say.
Indeed.
That's 3.
Wow.
He's only level 28. God.
And Luffy's on 4 orbs, so
And Bird is right behind on Medusa, of course. Sonny going in, gets the ambush on Ifrit. Two hits, 264. Lock comes out. Not a big hit from Ifrit 2.
heading in here we do have another $5 Werther's
Werthers!
for Smile Fire. Set Werther's to original.
Yes.
Almost
don't
looks
look-
like Bert might overtake Swanee here.
Possible.
Picked a heck of a seat for Nuke to roll such a high level.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I mean, it
Yeah.
wouldn't solve our problems, but it sure as heck would have helped.
There's the dogs that are guarding the plate over.
Woof woof.
You would think that their howling would open the plate, right? Since any music
Right?
does it.
Yeah. Starting to get good damage. Gonna do chip damage away there.
It doesn't look like it's very scary, but it's very chonky.
Very chunky.
Must have a lot of defense too. 'Cause I
Oh,
haven't
2
seen
hits
much.
for 8 damage. You don't want to see that.
Well, I mean, even Bert is
Uh-oh, what's
not
that?
really getting over 300 around, like a 300 a hit. It's
I
about
think that was a
1,000 or
landed
more.
X-Fur
Oh, was it?
thing.
I don't know, but if it was like that,
That was a landed X-Fur.
oh, Bert's
Oh.
through.
Bert's through.
Woo!
Oh man, I
Well,
definitely
we're gonna-
have to call it if we don't get through. But like, this
Yep.
is exciting.
This is exciting.
We gotta
Oh
see
God, I
everybody.
am almost. Oh no, no
No.
encounters on this floor. I'm.
Who turned the counters on this floor?
I did. I did. This is my fault.
We're enjoying this
Imagine we
too
don't get to
much,
see
man.
chaos because there's a green dragon here.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
that was good.
scared. I'm like,
That
I'm
was good.
watching. I'm watching the
That was
stream
good.
with one eye kind of open. I'm afraid to see what they're about to get.
Oh, that's
Oh!
better. That's not much better. Well, no, wait, that's a Sura.
Oh,
That's a Sura. That's actually, that's
I don't
not
even-
that
I
bad.
don't even know. I'm not entirely sure
It
what that
depends.
is. But I see it, and I see Fun Dead, even if it's not Fun Dead. And oh no,
it depends on how much hit points, right? Because if she rolled up
Doable.
a lot, and
Doable.
she gets to cure 4.
Just don't worry about fighting the Asura right now. Go after
Yeah.
the wraiths.
oh, and they've got Kirthi. That's cute.
Well, Asura does.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Trying to get whatever.
I think Asura will have cure 4.
Asura will eventually have Cure 4, yes. Oh, one's
Oh.
down. Holy.
That's really good.
Oh, we
Yeah!
got there!
Yeah!
Yahoo!
Woo! GG.
GG.
Okay, we're not going to do interviews, but GG's for him. We should wrap this up and send on to the next thing because we're way behind.
We are. We're way
Okay.
behind. So,
Okay.
you know.
I'm Swanee GG's too.
Yes. Jay, good on you,
Good
dude.
job. Bert, well
Officially, there were
done.
5 seconds between Swanee and Bert.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. That's
Oh, wow.
insane.
Oh,
All right,
my
GG
God.
to the rest